Hiya Novies, Kirby in the Forgotten Land is getting DLC, and well, that's just awesome. Finally, some good Kirby content. It's been forever. I was really hoping for like a new spin-off game, but I guess we're not getting that for a while. But I have a few predictions from the trailer that I would like to talk about. They're huge, seriously awesome theories that will make you say, "You're wild, Galaxia, you really are one of those top YouTubers," and I'll be like, yeah, I know, I'm the protagonist, obviously. So for this theory type of thing, I'm gonna be using the trailer they posted on the Nintendo channel, because for some reason they didn't think it was big enough to show in the Nintendo Direct. Because they just don't like Kirby for some reason. Like they didn't have any other Kirby content to show during that Direct. But yeah, let's just start off with these predictions. This trailer starts off with Kirby and Elflin riding on the Warp Star, which that means they're still in the Forgotten Land. Obviously. I mean, is that even a prediction? They're in the Forgotten Land. It's not called Kirby Star Cross World, it's called Kirby in the Forgotten Land plus Star Cross World. So, of course, they're in the Forgotten Land. But then, all of a sudden, this heart-shaped crystal... Wait a minute. A star-shaped crystal? This can't be. Is this going to be Kirby Star Allies 3D? Guys, this is huge. This is actually huge. Oh my god, this is a dream come true. This is like Kirby, but if Kirby was like, good. Kirby Star Allies is the greatest Kirby game ever made. But in 3D, Kirby Star Allies would go crazy. But hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Let me go back to the actual trailer. So there's this heart-shaped crystal thing that looks like the Jamba Heart from Kirby Star Allies that I talked about earlier. So I think it has something to do with Kirby Star Allies. I was freaking out a bit before saying it, but I really hope this does tie into some Kirby Star Allies content. But then the heart comes flying down a bit and then ends up splitting into pieces. The heart splitting into pieces? Do you know what happens in the game Kirby Star Allies? The Jamba Heart splits into pieces. Coincidence? I don't think so. But anywho, the crystal pieces start coming down and end up making this giant island thing for which some new content for Kirby and Elflin to explore. So there's an island, right? Do you know what else they have in Kirby Star Allies? An island. An island's called Inside Island in Kirby Star Allies. But I am onto something here, so hang on, there's still more. After that, the title pops up, and it's called Star-Crossed World. Like I said before, obviously, because that's what the video is based on. But Star-Crossed World? Star Allies? There are worlds in Kirby Star Allies that you come across. So obviously, there's gonna be Kirby Star Allies references in this game. And also, look at the colors here. The logo is blue and purple. Do you know what other logo is blue and purple? Kirby Star Allies logo. And overall, this logo gives me Kirby Star Allies vibes, so that means it has to be a Kirby Star Allies reference. So after that, of course, we have the crystals going into the Forgotten Land. So basically, they're reusing levels and making them new. No shame in that, I love me some more Kirby content in my games. But do you want to know what other game reuses content and makes the levels slightly different? That's right, Kirby Star Allies Guest Star Mode. You see, in Guest Star Mode, you have to use one of the Dream Friends, and it uses resources from Kirby Star Allies to make different levels, but with the same background and stuff going on. Kinda like what Star-Crossed World is doing. And let's not forget, this is a DLC. Do you know what other game had DLC? Kirby Star Allies. And that DLC is called Heroes in Another Dimension. And they're going into a different dimension in the Forgotten Land. At the beginning of the Forgotten Land, they go into a new dimension. This is a big theory I have on, so you guys have to hold on to your pants, because I still got a lot more to go. In this trailer, there's a sky that changes into a dimension-looking thing. Coincidence? No, because it looks like Heroes in Another Dimension mode I previously just talked about. I mean, look at it. It looks like a whole new dimension. But we are going to familiar areas in the Forgotten Land. Similar to Kirby Star Allies, how you start off in Dreamland to Planet Popstar, all familiar places from Star Allies. The same thing with Forgotten Land, we're treading through familiar territory. So in Kirby Star Allies, when you have the save file, right behind Kirby's face, there's these little shapes. I'm gonna call them sparkling star things. But guess what you collect in Kirby in the Forgotten Land? You collect those exact same shapes as little coin things. This is not me pulling at straws, this is actual evidence we will have some sort of Kirby Star Allies lore, or story, or gameplay, or all of it in the game. This is not me being delusional. I need a new Kirby Star Allies game, or else I'm gonna go nuts. So the main thing it looks like Star-Crossed World is going to be about is these crystal things. And well, there are crystals in Star Allies, but that's not all. In Kirby's Return to Dreamland, there's this character named Galactonite, and he is trapped in a crystal. Not only is that a reference to Return to Dreamland, it's also a reference to, you know, Kirby Star Allies. What do you think I was gonna say? Kirby Superstar Ultra? Ew, no. So how is this a reference to Kirby Star Allies? Well, it's of course Galactonite. He is in Kirby Star Allies. And you know what happens to him in Kirby Star Allies? He turns into Morphonite. Do you know who's a boss in Kirby in the Forgotten Land? That's right, Morpho Knight himself. And in that game, it's canon he exists. So you know it would be crazy if Galactonite appeared in this new DLC. I mean, it's not crazy. He's a fan favorite character. He has to show up in Kirby games because they love adding him into them. So obviously, they would want to have him in this new game. Also in the trailer, they're showing Kirby using a mouthful mode with the ring to push the snowman head over to the snowman body. This happens in Kirby Triple Deluxe as well. It's funny because they're making references to past Kirby games. Do you know what other game also makes references to past Kirby games? What? Do I hear you saying, say the name again, because I love hearing Kirby Star Allies every 8 seconds? That's right, Kirby Star Allies. I cannot be the only one seeing this right now. So after that, there's this new mouthful mode. It's called Spring. Do you know when Kirby Star Allies came out? That's right, it came out in spring. Just like the mouthful mode. This is a deep cut from HAL Laboratories telling us this is Kirby Star Allies 2. But hang on, that's not the only spring references I have. So in Kirby Star Allies, there's the spider ability, and when you hold up on the joystick, it leaves a trampoline bounce spider thing. Do you know what trampolines have on them? That's right, they have springs on them, and Kirby bounces up on that thing like a spring. So there's this new area in Kirby called the Fallen Star Volcano. You're probably like, who cares, Galaxia? That's nothing. Well, buddy, this is actually huge, because, well, falling stars? Is there any falling stars you can think of? Think about it for a second. Is there some characters that never got to see a light of day? Such as Gooey? He was player 2 in one Kirby game. Does that sound like a falling star to you? Yes, it does. Do you know when Gooey got his place back? That's right, Kirby Star Allies. Another reason why Kirby Star Allies is the best game ever. But let's not forget about the volcanoes. There are also volcanoes in Kirby Star Allies. I would like to direct your attention to this one specific volcano in the level called Star Lava Dome. So sure, there are the volcanoes, and they don't really look the same as they do in the DLC, but like, they wouldn't use volcanoes in a different game if it wasn't referencing to another game. Like, obviously, why would they reuse volcanoes? Kirby meets some new friends in this game, and by new friends, I mean like 2. There's this little blue floating guy, and there's also a new Waddle Dee friend. Look at this guy's hat real quick. It's blue, it looks a little squishy. Does that sound like Gooey to you, doesn't it? Well, who made his return in Kirby Star Allies? Gooey. Also, let's not forget the fact that these are new friends, new allies, if you will. And of course, you make new friends in Kirby Star Allies, the 3 Mage Sisters. Do you know how many years it's been since a new mainline Kirby game? That's right, 3 whole years. You know how many save files you could have in Kirby Star Allies? 3 save files. So the characters of Rick, Kine, and Ku? 3. 3 whole characters in one. So that means the 3 Mage Sisters are gonna play a major role in this DLC. Also in the trailer, there's this weird rock guy boss thing. He looks a little creepy, but he has 2 horns on his head. Take a look at this picture of Void Terminal real quick. Do you see anything on his head? Yes, 2 big horns on his head. But also, look at this rock guy's face. It also looks like Galactonite's mask. Not only that, it also has the symbol we were talking about earlier, the little star triangle thing. I'm not crazy, I swear, I'm just giving you the facts here. This is definitely some sort of Kirby Star Allies references in DLC or whatever it is, I don't know, but it's Kirby Star Allies related! So when you defeat the rock guy, you break him into crystal shards. And who knows, there might even be 64 of them there if you catch my drift here. This has to be referencing to some added line of ribbon coming to this game, who also made their last appearance in Kirby Star Allies. That last bit was a little bit insane, but all my other references, they have to be true. This game has to be some sort of successor to Kirby Star Allies, or at least hinting at some Star Allies remaster, or even a remake on Switch 2. I promise you, I'm not going insane from the lack of Kirby Star Allies I had this year. I only played it like 500 times! That's not enough times! But that's my theory, it's 100% has to be legit. I can't be wrong, I'm the main character. I'm never wrong. If you want more crap like this though, consider subscribing, cause you know, I'm the coolest YouTuber ever, and this video is obviously gonna blow up to 1 million trillion views. So when I'm the next famous YouTuber, you're gonna want to be here watching my content and commenting on my videos saying, I was here during the beginning. Don't worry, I'll be humble.